Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about Python strings. Sequence of characters enclosed in quotes are called as strings. So we can create a string using single quotes, double quotes or triple quotes. Generally strings are immutable in nature. Here we can observe few examples with single quotes, double quotes and triple quotes. Next, we'll discuss about accessing the characters inside a string. Generally, strings are indexed starting from 0. So we can use square brackets to access the characters inside a string. Now let us understand this with a simple example. Here we have a string called Python. Now if I am going to access text of 0, so it prints the element at position 0, that is P. When I print text of -1, it prints the element that is the last, that is n. So negative indexing is always supported by Python. Now we'll discuss about string slicing. So whenever we wanted to extract substrings, we use the concept of slicing. Specifying the starting index and ending index helps us to retrieve the substring. So always we have to use a colon for separating the start index and the end index. Let us understand this with an example. We have a string called Python. So the first is we are giving text of 0 to 3. So it will start from 0 and it will move till 2. So 1 less than the end position. So my output will be P, Y and T. Next, when we are not specifying anything, the starting and the ending index, the entire string is going to get printed. Next, in this example, we have not given the starting and the ending index, but we have specified the skip counting, that is by 2. So what will happen is it will start from the first and it will move till last, but it will skip count by 2. So it will start from P, then it will skip count by 2, then it will print T, then it will skip count by 2, it will print O. So my output will be PTO. Next, we can see the example of from -5 to -1. So it will start with Y and it will move on till the end, but 1 less than the end index. So it will print till -2. My output will be Y, T, H and O. Next we will discuss about string traversing. Okay. So first we will discuss about traversing with for loop, then traversing with while loop. Okay. So we have a string called hello. So we are going to traverse this string hello using the for loop. This char is a variable to iterate over the string hello. So now how do we get the output? First time when it traverses, the output is h. Second time it is e. Third time it is l. Next it is again l, and finally it is o. Till the end of the string, this loop iterates over the string. Next we'll discuss about traversing with while loop. Here we are having the same string hello, but to iterate we need a separate variable. So for incrementing and moving on to the next character, we use a variable called index and we assign it to the value 0. Then we use the while loop and we check the condition. Index is less than or less than the length of the string. So what is the length of the string? That is hello, that is 5. So every time when the condition is true, the block of code inside the while is getting executed. So we are printing text of initially index is 0. So 0 is less than 5. So text of 0 will print h. Then index will be incremented to 1. 1 is less than 5. Then it will be printed. The next character is e. Next again index is incremented to 2. So the index is text of 2 is, it is going to print L. Then again index will be incremented. So next L and O. So till the end of the string is reached and till the condition is false, this complete loop will be executed. Next we'll discuss two more traversing. One is enumerate and the one is list comprehension. So what do we do with enumerate? So whenever we wanted the output with the index, we move or we use the enumerate function. Here f is used for the formatting purpose to make it in a more readable form. So how our output is going to be? So we'll have every time the loop is getting iterated, it will print the characters along with the index. First time when it iterates, it's going to get the element at position 0, that is H. Next at position 1, that is E. Then at index 2, that is L. Next it is index 3, that is again L. And finally it is O. Okay. Next we'll discuss about list comprehension. So what does it do? We are trying to convert the given input, that is a string, to a list. Okay, so what we are trying to do, that we are converting everything into the capital letter using the upper function, and the loop will be iterated till we reach the end of the string. So the output will be a list separated by the comma. All are in capital letters. Okay, next we will discuss about the string functions. So we are going to discuss about three functions. One is the basic string function, string testing function, and string searching function. Okay, what are the functions that are covered in basic string function? Upper, that is converts all lowercase letters into the uppercase. Lower function converts all the uppercase letters into the lowercase. Len function returns the number of characters in a string. Strip removes the leading and the trailing white spaces. Okay, then replaces all occurrences of a substring with another substring. So let us understand this with an example. Here we have three inputs, and we'll see how all the function works. So first we are using the lower function, so you can observe the output at the right side. Next we are converting the same input to the upper. Hello world is converted to the uppercase. Then the length function finds the length of the string. Now we're going to apply the strip function, so it deletes the leading and trailing white spaces. You can observe it in the output. And the last thing is the replace. So world is replaced with Python. Okay, you can observe that in this output. Next we will discuss about string testing functions. So we're going to test is alpha, that is check if all characters are letters. If it is so, then it returns true. Otherwise it returns it's not there. Otherwise you should see that the string is also not empty. So these are two constraints you have to keep in mind while you're using is alpha. Okay, then is digit function check if all characters are digits. Okay, returns true if all characters are digits. Is space check if all characters are white spaces. Split function splits the strings into a list. Okay, it uses a delimiter. Default delimiter is white space. Then joins a list into a string. So let us understand this with an example. Here we have an input string called hello world. So first we check for is alpha. So all the content, the string is completely alphabets, so it's printing true. Next we check for is digit. Yes, the input is digit, so it's printing true. Next we check for is space. Yes, there is a space, so it prints true. Next, for the given input hello world Python, the split function is applied, so it converts that into a list using the delimiter. Okay, next will be your join. So the given list is converted, or it is joined. Okay, so the output is hello world Python. Next we are going to discuss about the string search function, that is find and count. Finds a position of the substring. Okay, returns the index of the first occurrence of a substring. If it is not there, it is going to return -1. Count function returns or counts the substring occurrences. Okay, returns the number of times a substring appears in the string. Now let us understand these functions with the help of the example. Here we have an input called hello world. Okay, so when find is applied, so it will return us the occurrence of the particular string, that is 7. Then we are checking for Python. Since Python is not there, it's going to return -1. Then we have this text hello hello hello. So we're going to count number of times small letter hello is occurring. So the output is going to be 2. Okay, I hope this helps you in understanding the string functions in a better way. Thank you for listening.